Part two. We hoping that it can go out again. All the years I've been using StreamYard, never had that happen before.
Right.
Like never. Even in our phone conversation. So I guess it's a first for everything, right?
Right.
So hopefully people are able to rejoin us. But if not, they can always push play on all three videos that we just did.
I know, right? But that's the joy of it all, right?
Right. You know, the whole point of some things is keeping it pushing,
Hmm.
right? I put up a post today and I'm going to read it real quick because this literally is what I'm talking about, right?
Uh-huh.
This is literally what's happening and what just happened. And it basically reads, I'm going to read it completely out. When you think you're being set up to fail, what do you do? You rely on your reputation and your true intentions and stand firmly in your self-worth. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. Keep pushing. Look, y'all, you trying to set me up to fail, and it ain't happening. We're gonna keep pushing.
Amen. Yes,
We
that
gonna keep pushing. And with that being said, again, thank you, Joy, for hanging out with me again tonight. We're talking all things about Miss Wolfie, the USA Caribbean that just happened this weekend. My good old sister, my love, Miss Joy Moreland, was a part of that extravaganza, honey, and she did not come to play. So let's really get back into it. When we left off, we were talking about that beautiful yellow outfit. What was your wardrobe, your garment? Let's say we use the word garment. Your
yes.
garment for day wear. Now, you know, day wear is when you also speak on your platform. And I know since you've been going through things throughout the years, your platform had a different direction. Can you tell us about the platform?
The platform basically, by me being in education, I really want to bring the awareness that, little girls don't really tackle STEM like they would. Because while, being at a younger age, you have a lot of educators, and I stated this in on stage, is that we push them because they're great at readers. And it just data have proven that little girls are great readers than boys, but not to say they're not. It's just to show the difference. And boys are more advanced in math because it's just a DNA setup, right? Boys like to tackle things. Girls, we take our time in doing things. So it just fall in line in that. And but when we don't push our young girls, they don't force themselves into to STEM, mathematical jobs or engineering. And when you look around, the jobs are left there looking for women, but women cannot complete it because they have not solidified the the classes that they need in order to obtain these jobs. So when you have women coming in from college or different arenas coming to talk to young girls, this kind of will push the edge in them to work on there and be able to build things in class as far as engineer and continue to work at their math studies, and that there are jobs out there, there are scholarships there, that there's so many things that they can have. And then to add to that, it's representation. And when you have a black doctor, then you have a black mother who have to have a dual bisectomy, and she has a black doctor, and that's a black mother and a single black mother. The representation helps. And then when you have a team of women that can help, that can really find the cure for this mother, it puts an edge on that mother and calm her down, because you have a team of women who understand, who can go and who understand the different DNA or work on different cells in order to make sure that this mother does not lose her life or have to be on this strenuous chemotherapy. So it has a longevity, but it starts in elementary. So when we're instilled these science, technology, um, engineer, mathematics to our young girls in elementary, we're building a team. And I remember watching the news where, of course, I'm a political buff, and it was on CNN where statistics have shown that majority of mothers are on the road. At least 62% of parents, women, are on the road because they are the caregivers. They're transported. But when you have a woman who understand infrastructure, who understand the roads and can build, they will know how to maneuver. They understand, yeah, they still have to drive, but remember, they're dealing with the metro, train system, cars, they're dealing with the bus, and that part of our infrastructure, that's civil engineering. So when you have women sitting there at the forefront who's able to depict and be able to work on those lines, it really sets a whole different forefront. They can sympathize and be able to bring in more money, bring in more funds in order to help build and structure our world, our nation, so that we don't lack. And of course, for us to be, quote unquote, one of the top nation, we lack compared to Germany. We lack compared to Japan. Our infrastructure sucks. But again, when you have people who don't care or who don't understand or who's not at the forefront, this pushes us back. So I'm definitely a forerunner. And but only way to do that, we have to bring in college students. We have to bring in mentors to talk to young girls and be able to put things in front of them so that they're able to build and be able to look for these positions as they get into high school up into college.
I love it, Joy. Because the one thing that we talk about as part of the Miss Full Figure DMV division of the Miss Full Figure USA brand, we're sticklers on making sure you standing firmly in a platform and actually working in that platform. So although you was fashionable, you were speaking some substance out
Yeah.
of that nice little mouth of yours, honey. Standing there looking cute as a button tied up in that beautiful yellow coat. Like Ron said, okay, so Ron is from the DMV area, and he showcased his skills in styling his one and only cousin, who is now our Miss Full Figure USA at large, Miss Brittany Wilburn, and we congratulate her on her win as well as our current Miss Full Figure USA at large. You did a fantastic job, Ron. But yes, it was fashion throughout the whole night. Let's really talk about it. So,
Right.
I wanted to make sure I bring up your platform because although we do all this to get on the main stage to make sure we wrapped up in a nice little present and look pretty for
Right.
presentation, it's much more behind what we showcase.
Correct.
But
Hmm.
honey, let's just go back to the fashion because you actually also partake in Fashion Easter and won the crown for Fashionista. You want to know what that looked like, people? Ooh, give it to them, Joy. Give it to them, Joy.
Yes. Yes.
Honey, you can't really see in this picture very much. So, but Joy went down to the feet, honey. She had one polka dot shoe, one red shoe. It was strategic to match the red in the inside here. And got the. It is gorgeous, Joy. What leads you to this outfit?
Mainly, I love the arms. The arms is giving me life, and of course, I'm into print. I'm like a print driven, definitely print. Because I don't have many solids, so it's like print. Because I know the stigma, and I think you stated it on the stage is that plus size women should always be in. They look for women to be in solid and never into print. I said, hey, if you have 4 print, mix and match. Because when you out there, you're able to present 10 prints, you're setting the example. And of course, you put it together where it looks nice. I'm not saying you just throw it, but there's a way to make it look nice. And fashion is fashion, but you're able to collide these different prints and make it look nice. So definitely the sleeve is what won me over, but definitely the next is the print, the stripes and the polka dot combined. And a little story on that. I was so adamant about these heels, the polka dot heels. And I told these to Miss Lane, I
Let's
said, oh
talk
yeah,
about it.
yeah. I said the heels will be perfect, like great. So we got the heels, and I was like, I was at home and I said, I don't think these heels going to match the dress. But we said, okay, we still going to bring, but I said, I'm going to bring my red heels. I probably brought like probably 15 pairs of heels. Okay, people. And hey, rather be safe than sorry, right? We trying to get a crown.
Be prepared.
Correct. So while we was in the back, and my little sister Sharonda, bless her heart, I was like, okay. So I said, which one? The red? She's like, oh, it looks good. I said, the polka dot. She said, oh, it looks good. I said, which one? She said they both look good. I said, great. We're going to wear one pair. I said, I'm going to mess Miss Lorraine and Tiffany minds up because they the only one who knows that I have polka dot shoes. And they don't even know that I'm going to wear two different pairs of shoes because it's called what, Ron? Fashion. It's called fashion. So, and you got to mess the people mind up, but you still look classy and elegant. So I was like, well, we're going to go out there with two pairs of shoes. We got to get it. We have to have the people look up and down, not just up, but up and down. Give them something worthwhile. So that's how that came about. And then, of course, I know when I went out, I couldn't see their face, but in my head, I was like, they was like, this girl here.
Oh, Joy. I said, that is not what we agreed upon. What is happening here? What is happening here? And then I was like, oh my God. And then I think you should really tell them what I already knew. And you walked and nobody knew about the heels.
Oh, yeah.
About making it work. When I tell you, you made it work, you made it work.
Yes. So the heels, I ordered the heels and I got it from Amazon. I ordered the heels and I know I ordered 6-inch. I'm a 6-inch girl. I can walk in heels, no problem. When they arrived, I said, who's going to walk in these kittens? Who's supposed to walk in these kittens? I couldn't walk in no kittens. But I said, man, it's like 72 hours before the show. I said, there's nothing we can do. But I'm like, who's walking in these kittens? I took pictures and sent Miss Lauren. I said, look at these kittens. But I said, hey, we got to make it work. Okay. So I said, and of course, when we was in the back after making the decision, look, they're going to have to align. Somebody gonna have to rise to the occasion. So that left foot rose to the occasion, and we just did our thing and move forward. Because yes, the polka dots are probably like 2-3 inches, and my poor red is like 5 inches.
Oh yes. My God, you made it work, honey. The point you was doing a kick shift and everything. You look absolutely stunning. And I love the fact that you chose to wear some of the things that people say we can't wear, like the polka dots and the stripes going in different directions. You literally just put that together. And I mean, we know the designer is, we give the designer their props, but you did very well with showcasing in that beautiful garment. You look awesome. And this is why she is the Miss Full Figure USA Caribbean Fashionista, honey. Yay!
Yes.
You look something amazing. I freaking love it.
Thank you.
It's more. Oh, Ron said, "Wow, you would have never known." No. That is the exact what we call making it work.
Yeah,
So it's very important.
Yes.
So, keeping it going and talking about your fashion. Now we are now going into swimwear. Swimwear was definitely one of the things that me and you are stickler on because we are both swimwear queens.
Yes.
That's one of the things that we have in common together. And again, this is the part where we get to wrap ourselves up in pretty little boxes and bows, right?
Right.
And we push the envelope a little bit. But baby, when I tell you you did your thing in that swimwear, I'm telling you, you did your thing in this swimwear. From head to toe, the swimwear looks magnificent. And most people who are in should understand that even if when you wear swimwear, you have to find something that flatters your body type. And you have to put on hosiery.
Right.
We have to put on hosiery and it has to look clean. And you have a big thing about cover-ups. You're not a fan of cover-ups.
I am not. Because I mean, if we're speaking confidence, I mean, I just wear the bathing suit, whether it's a whole piece, 3-piece, 2-piece, wear it. I mean, the cover up is used for when, I guess, if you're out on the beach somewhere, but if you're in a fashion show, I'm not a fan. And I know we're just going to agree to disagree. What's the purpose? Because then you're hiding your curves, you're hiding who you are. And to come out to do the spark of element, just come on out, just be who you are. And the bathing suit is already doing what it's supposed to do. Just let the bathing suit speak to the people. But when you have the cover up really isn't doing anything. Because that's, to me, and again, we could have a debate, but and I spoke to Miss Lorraine about this consistently. you just hiding part of who you are. I mean, you still not being fully confident, even though you're saying that, but you're not. Be who you are. Just go out there. But again, find something that's flattering for who you are. I'm not saying wear something and be like, okay, let me go. And all your extra is spilling out. I'm not saying that. What I am saying that be comfortable in the suit that you're wearing, whether it's one piece, two piece, or even it's a three piece. But the cover up for me is just hiding part of your confidence. And I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah. It's amazing because when I won Miss World Picture USA Swimwear 2016, I also did not have on a cover up. I
Mhm.
just had these shingles that was part of my bathing suit, and I was like, this thing gonna be shingle, 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 all the way down this runway. And I think the confidence is what won it for me, as well. It makes sense overall. For me, also, I don't mind cover ups, but I want them to make sense. You know what I mean? If you walking down the runway with the whole cover up on the whole time, that to me does not make sense. I wore a beautiful piece made by John Mark in May, introducing the swimwear portion and hosting the swimwear portion. If people would notice, the whole front part of my bathing suit was out, baby. That was just along the side to give me something that made me walking in the wind. Okay,
Right, right.
it didn't happen for me. I was walking in the wind. But at the same time, you recognized that I had on a bathing suit. You knew
Right.
that was a bathing suit. But yeah, I'm with you. Find a bathing suit that suits your body type, that flatters you, baby. We're not gonna have the flat stomach, okay? We're
Right.
not gonna have the flat stomach. But you find a bathing suit as your bathing suit. Absolutely nice for a two-piece. You're not spilling out anywhere. The label's supposed to be poked out. It's poked out. You were able to wear everything that made this look absolutely gorgeous. Rah rah, baby. You didn't
And
understand.
I could add to because definitely we added fashion tape to hold the two pieces together. And of course, I can tell the tricks and trades now. So, in order for the beta suit, I know, right? I can tell you the tricks and trades. So, if you notice, if you look on the bathing suit, I didn't want the bathing suit to come up to my past my belly button because I didn't want that to show. So, of course, I have a little stomach, so we tuck it under my stomach. You would never have known. And we use fashion tape. And Tiffany bought me some fashion tape. Again, didn't lack in anything everybody gave. And we utilized what was given, right? So this fashion tape, you get it from, I think Tiffany got it from Bed Bath & Beyond, but you can look at it on Amazon. But it works wonders. So that's what's holding everything, the lining. Because as I move, it will move, but it did not shift. So if you're able to watch the video, you'll see that it did not move. So I can tell you the tricks of trades. Use fashion tape,
Look, it did
not
not
scotch
move. It
tape.
did not
Fashion.
move. It did,
Correct.
but you look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank
Now
you.
we're gonna get to the showpiece. Talking about the Caribbean. Okay, everybody know Caribbeans are very, very. We know the islands can show off. Okay, they can show off. And one of the categories was culture wear.
Hmm.
And you made the decision to go with something a little not as you see it always, right?
Correct.
You see it always. So I'm going to show the people my Joy. Give it to him, Joy. Give it to him, Joy. Give it to him, Joy, who is now our Miss Full Figure USA Caribbean Culture Wear 2021. Another crown.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
George. I knew that I was on your hip.
Mhm.
We went through a couple of styles, but this one just stuck out and stayed.
Oh,
Okay.
definitely. I want everyone to know this wasn't just, oh, we pick and we ran. No, I sent probably 100, I wouldn't say 100, probably like 30, like to Miss and we talked about it and everything. We talked, and because I had to make a decision
Yeah.
because this outfit was made in Florida. Since they do carnival here and is more prevalent here. I'm not saying DC is not, but definitely here. And it was easy for me to find someone here to make it. And I knew that coming here for the summer, I knew that I would be able to work with the designer back and forth. But definitely it was planned accordingly. How will everything work? How will everything look? we had a design, we had another pitch, these pictures we looked at across the board, and it was like, okay, you got to make a decision, you got to make a decision. And definitely, when I mean I walked, she walked with me, so it wasn't a day that didn't go by. Definitely, if we was in a vehicle, I probably drove, but Miss Lorraine was on the passenger side, and sometimes she got in the driver, and Tiffany was in the back just guiding. So definitely right hand, left and right hand people, but definitely Miss Lorraine was ace. So when I say I did not make these decisions by myself. It was definitely a team effort. It was, I probably got on her nerves, but definitely a team effort. So when designing this piece here, I could have went bigger on my headpiece, but I told Nikki, who's the designer here in Florida, I told her I didn't want this piece to be too big, just enough, but I did want the garment to be very lavish, to be very extreme.
And
And
yes, it was.
yes, and definitely and just the colors to pop and shine. And I guess, and I just have to take it from there. So it was from the different elements, because I know normally in carnival they have the wings, they have the feathers extremely, but I just wanted to shine and sparkle, but definitely give it a different texture from and different eye look, because I know most likely people would have had the feathers, and of course just me assuming, but I know for a greater chance nobody wouldn't have this look here.
Mm-hmm. And
Yes.
you,
For greater chance.
you did that.
Yes.
Did that. I love every minute of it. And all I kept on saying was, "Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is about to be everything." And it was definitely everything. It to me, I mean, I'm showing you from the back, but if you look at that train from it, look at all those other things that are making this outfit what it is. I'm sorry, this culture wear. Let's make sure I'm talking properly here about what we got going on here. This culture wear, looking like it's supposed to look. And I just know, how did it make you feel to actually get into your culture wear?
I
What
was
kind of joy did it bring to you, Joy?
Oh man, I was too excited. I think when I tried it on when I came to Florida, I was like, okay, I'm ready. I am ready. I am so ready. But of course, it was just a try on. We had to fine tune the garment. But when I got in, I just felt overjoyed. I mean, I didn't want to get out. I felt great. I was looking forward to this outfit. Like literally, when she showed us the final piece. As a matter of fact, I was with Miss Lorraine, and I think we was getting something. And I showed you the piece, and I was like, look, she sent me the piece. And I was like, oh my goodness. But
Mhm.
I was like, well, she took my bra straps off. And I was like, no, my girls need
Oh,
to be held. I said, oh
let's
no.
about the bra straps, people. Let's talk about these.
I said,
You don't understand.
ooh.
It's so much that goes into this process, people. So much. Mm.
Nikki took the bra straps off, and I said, "Oh no!" She said, "Oh, you can use clear." I said, "Girl, they already know my titties big. It's okay. They can have the bra straps. I
Use
promise you."
skirt.
I said, "Look, we can keep these bra straps, okay? I don't have no A and B. I'm somewhere far down the alphabet, and these girls need to be held and have support, okay? We talk about
Exactly.
infant in car seat. We need breast and proper bra." Yes.
And we are
So
stickler. We're stickler about everyone looking neat
yeah,
and put together. And it's very important, especially being poised and graceful. Yes, it's the opportunity to have a wonderful time, but we have a bigger picture in mind. You know what
yeah,
I mean? The bigger picture is when I walk off the stage, you're going to understand I'm about business, about what I'm going to do as this queen. This is what I'm going to be about. This is just for what I have to do to get there. You
yes,
know, what I have to do to get there. And to talk about that, I actually did find um the photo of that outfit, and I just love it. It matched your sash. It just looks so nice, and you look so studious. And I think it's a beautiful outfit. I think it's a beautiful outfit. I think you was about business. It was preliminary. You're gonna ask me questions. I gotta be prepared. And we study hard for that as well. And
yes,
it meant a lot because you invested your time. You invested your time to make sure you was properly prepared. Okay. You were properly prepared. And then without further ado, this was another situation that you went a couple of places, and we're just giving everybody like the process of getting to where she was at during her journey to become Miss Caribbean. We wanted to make sure that everything was crossed, far as T's, I's were dotted. And again, the goal was to take a clean sweep. That was the
Yes.
goal overall. But we do realize that we had a bigger prize. She made a huge impact to the point I can't even tell you how many people came up to her after the pageant and was just at awe of her presentation, about her platform, about her wardrobe choices, but most of all about the fact that she projected without speaking one word and just walked off the stage as a queen. She
Yes.
did that without blinking an eye. But let's talk about another crown that you received at this pageant. And let's talk about Miss Full Figure, U.S. Caribbean Photogenic.
Yes.
Baby,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
love,
Yes.
love, love. This is definitely off the scale. Off the scale. We don't see Miss Joy like this all the time.
No.
Okay. She's not selling no product. She's not doing the content. She is giving you joy, the grown woman. Okay. I love this photo. Absolutely love this photo. Now let's talk about that. Hmm.
Yes, this photo here, we took this in late March, early April. I shot with Kia in Philadelphia. And I got the picture back and I was like, okay. And I already signed up with Crystal, another photographer, because of course, if anything, I know I could nail photogenic, right? Not to, be cocky, but hey, I'm definitely we gonna win it, right? So I'm gonna keep smiling to the good Lord. Do something with these teeth, right?
Them teeth, girl. Them teeth.
So I planned accordingly, and I said, "Oh, I got my edits back." So I added the way I just showed Miss Lorraine. I said, "Oh, here's my picture." Mind you, now in the midst of before I got the edits, I had my props ready for my next photo shoot, ready to submit my pictures. I was like, literally, I had everything ready. I had my makeup artist. I We paid. Everything was done, ready to go, probably like in the ninth hour. And the pictures came, and I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, these are really nice. So I said, Miss Lorraine, and she was like, you already got your pictures. You already got your pictures. What, Joy, you already got your pictures. And I was like, you sure? She's like, you already got your pictures. Like she had to stress it so many times. And then she said, I'm not telling you. She always leave with that. I'm not saying anything, but I'm just suggesting you got your pictures. So of course, after hanging up, I'm sitting there deliberating with self, like, okay, because I already everything's like done. Like in Sunday, we in the week and Sunday I take pictures. And I'm like, so what do I do? So again, I let it be. And I said, yeah, this, you got your picture. And of course, just reschedule with Crystal. And that was said and done. And look where we are right here. Yep.
Okay. Miss Full Figure USA Caribbean Photogenic 2021. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So this is
Yeah.
me.
Yes, this is she. This is she. This is definitely she. You know, what did it? Oh, okay. Yes, Joy never lacks in pictures. You look fabulous. I
Thank you.
know
Thank
you
you.
told your story a little bit, but I tell people my opinion, right? But that does not mean that they have to go with my opinion. And I make that very clear, especially in pageantry, because you don't want anybody to feel like they would have um, had different outcomes if they would have went with something else that you necessarily didn't suggest. But we definitely talked about things that would look good for Joy. We
Mhm.
look at Joy, and sometimes we are our very own worst critics. Like we're like, "Ugh." And she will nitpick and nitpick and nitpick. Baby, if I can tell you about this yellow dress, honey, I said, Joy, stop. You have it. But Miss Lorene, I need to go this way. Oh my God. And what happened? She had it. you know. So she's very particular for good reasons because she just want to give her 110 every time she do something. And I admire that about you. I admire that you stand firmly in knowing that you have to turn every tree. You have to lift every rock. You have to make sure every door that has a possibility, you see it.
Yes.
I gotta see it. Hold on. I heard what you said, but I need to see it to make sure that it is. And that says a lot about your character. That said a lot about who you are. And that's another thing that we need to make sure that people understand. You have to have substance. How many times I said it? You have to have substance.
Yes.
Anybody can get up and dance around, but it takes a true person who stands firmly in what they believe to use this for good
Right.
and impact.
Yes.
And impact. Okay? And impact, you know. And then when we round things out throughout the night, my beautiful girl, you know, you've ended with your color of all colors, the most of the flag, in that green, sparkling evening gown, which was absolutely gorgeous on you. It was definitely a joy dress,
Thank
and it
you.
was perfect for Joy. Hello, everyone. That is Joy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. She even had a backup for that.
Yes. Yes. Back up. Yep. Yep. Sure did. Cause you just never know. And definitely because I knew we weren't going to be home. And I'm trying to, live life, right? Trying to enjoy life. But at the same time, you got Pageant sitting on your left side. Like, okay, we got to make sure everything is together. Make sure your I's are dotted, T's across. So, but what happened if this doesn't? Well, we're not going to wait for that moment. Let's get this. Because the worst thing that can happen, we will always be prepared. We would not sit there and say, oh, I need that. No, we had everything. You name it, we had it. We had glue guns, staplers, stickers, you name it. If anything were the problem, I had 4 stockings, you name it. We had the extra dress. We had another dress just in case if that dress didn't work. We had a purple suit. Look, what we was not going to do was lose. We was prepared because the devil was not going to have his way. And once he realized that, he didn't even come in the room. He left.
Did not come in the room.
Yes,
Did
he
not
left.
come in the room. You walked away with three. Was it three in total or four in total?
Four. It's four in total.
Four
Mhm.
crowns,
With
sashes,
3 crowns and the first runner up.
yep, three crowns. Sorry, three crowns. And Miss Full Figure Caribbean, U.S.A. Caribbean first runner up.
Yes.
You know, mm, it brought me to tears. I fought some other things in my heart,
Hmm.
but I was full throttle, Team Joy.
Yes.
I was definitely there to support my sister. And while doing that, we exemplify how we support each other as a sisterhood.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because I'm sure people knew because literally I walked in there with this shirt on. And I walked in there with that shirt on, and people knew who I was there to support. But at the same time, I supported every woman on that stage that night because everyone has a journey. And I
Yes.
think that is very important, though. You be very mindful of how you treat people in certain spaces because the one thing I told every woman on that stage is you're really in competition with one person,
Right.
yourself.
Jump. Mm-hmm.
Yourself. Everybody else are spectators, baby.
Yeah.
Concentrate on who you are. Enjoy, you did just that. And
Mm-hmm.
by doing that, you walked away plentiful.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Plentiful. And I
Yeah.
know for far as your pageantry journey, we can always count on you being right by our side at Miss Full Figure DMV. We are celebrating our 5th anniversary, and I couldn't be more ecstatic to go through this process with you as we go to this monumental year as 5 years in
Yeah.
pageantry excellence. Thank you. for allowing me to be there for you because you could have very well said, I'm good, but you didn't, and you trusted me to
Yes.
help you get through this process along with the rest of your village. We are
Hmm.
super proud of you, Joy. And I
Thank you.
know that
Thank
this
you.
is definitely just another one of your accolades that people are going to be able to refer to when they talk about the fabulous queen named Joy Moreland.
Yes. Yes.
Appreciate you. I want to ask you before we end this live, our part two.
I know, right?
Go back for one. It's on the page. Is there any words of encouragement you want to give to someone who have uh, went through a process and may not have done everything they set out to do, but achieved the ultimate, which was completion?
Hmm. If you felt like if you're able, continue to go after it, because I guess whatever journey you have, whatever journey you in, if you don't feel like it was completed, I won't give up on self, because self is, once you obtain it, that's your reward for yourself. Now, if you got to a point where, okay, I've done enough and this is it, because you have to be okay with self. And I would never say just throw it away like that. That is it. But if you're able to complete, I'll say go for it. Because again, you're battling with yourself, meaning that you're with yourself every day. You have to have this cold decision as whether, do I want to continue to fight for this? Do I want to go? Because sometimes the chapter closes, but it doesn't mean that you can't rewrite the book. That means you can't start another chapter. So you just have to continue to have that discussion with self. Pray about it. Ask God, do you need for me to go forward with this? Because probably not at this present time. And I know we've heard the saying goes, every delay is not a deny. And sometimes God is calling, this is it. But I may take this same energy and use it for something else. And there go your completion. So I would definitely say, if the fight is in you, continue. If the fight is there, go for it. But just don't do it just to say, okay, I did it. But make sure that you go full throttle, and that you're able to say, I am okay with this, and I've done it, and I've succeeded, and I passed through. But don't just count yourself out just because you didn't get it, you didn't obtain it, because it may be another path that God wants you to go through, or this may be it where your energy may have to be placed somewhere else to get that reward. Because sometimes when we want to take a traditional route, God may not want us to go that way. So I will not count myself out. Just continue to keep fighting for what you want.
Girl, Queen Speak,
Yes.
Queen Speak.
Hmm.
I get a lot of joy in seeing, and that's funny because your name is Joy. I get a lot of joy in women finding their full potential or leading towards their full potential,
Hmm.
because it's never a situation when someone is asking for help,
Yeah.
right? And if you can't do it for them, we want to find someone that could. Don't ignore that person. Make sure that you help them in your way, especially if they reach out to you and help. And the reason why I say that is because we had a moment when I first arrived, and I think that was a very monumental moment amongst the women who was competing that day, because we had to wash away the word competition and go into humanity.
Yeah. Right.
And it was a moment that only us will be able to experience, because it was only for those who was present.
Right.
But say all that to say, be kind, okay, people? Be kind. Do things on purpose, with
Yes.
purpose, okay? Joy, thank you. I love you.
Thanks. Love you more.
Joy, while you down there in Florida, I promise I will only bug you twice a day. Um, you did a phenomenal job. I'm
Thank you.
absolutely proud of you, and I'm sure all those who support you and those who just learned about you are
Yes.
proud of you.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Everyone, have a good night. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Before I leave, this is a necessity. Anytime we on this show, we have to invite you to follow us on IG and Facebook at Miss Full Figure DMV Pageant. There are still tickets on sale for stadium seating for our fifth anniversary. You also will want to take the opportunity, if you want to look back at some of the things that we have done, to subscribe to. Yes, honey. You see me. You both joy. I just had us go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes, subscribe to our YouTube page. I want to thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that statement. I really do. I do my best in being a great human, and it's very much appreciated when people do recognize it. Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night. Me and Joy, you know, we gone now. She Jamaican, baby. I know.